Minerva was two towns. The earlier town site was located up by the mines. This one is a company town that came about in the mid-1900s. This is what remains of the small mine camp, Minerva. The mines for this town are several miles east of the mill site. Essentially, it was in 1869, an unnamed native man led prospectors to a silver-bearing outcrop to the mountains. 10 claims were located, and the Shoshone mining district was organized. The silver deposits never developed into the mines. The work continued for a few more years. By the mid-1870s, most of the district had been abandoned. In 1915, prospectors identified scheelite in some of the older workings, and they even were able to recover tungsten from the dumps. I want to get in here. This must have been the company house or the company building. Ow! That was smart. This is really cool. Check out the old wire, the insulators. Interesting design on this building. But again, since they had a mess hall and a company office, one of these might have been the kitchen. The tile is very 70-ish or 50-ish. Oh. Little chair, or what's left of it. Huh. What's left of a stove. Somebody has a nice little house up there. Oh, check out the pass-through insulators. Okay, I am not going to hit that again. I almost did. A new camp quickly formed below the Scheelite Chief mine. By the summer of 1916, around 200 men were living at the mine, most of them still in tents. That first tungsten boom did not last. A large mill was completed just as the wartime market began to weaken. By 1923, it had closed. Much of the equipment was removed and taken to another mine near Pioche. In 1936, a new tungsten mining company installed a new mill in this district. Instead of a temporary tent camp below one of the mines, they built this. Well, this one Oh, there's a heater. This one still's got its kitchen stove and a fridge. Yeah. Oh, that's nice. Usually you don't see the fuel tanks for these oil stoves. Well, got something cement here. Huh. Ouch. Oh, it's another foundation. And see, there's the step. So this was a building also. What was here? Huh, who knows? Between 1936 and 1945, more than 110,000 tons of ore were mined here. Minerva never became a large town. It was always just a small mining camp. Roshi, I'm home! Pink? Pink? Pack rats had fun with that chair. Oh, check out that stove. Oh, that is cool. That is a nice stove. All right, let's go check out the others. All right, I thought this was separate ones. Well, it probably is. It's probably like a duplex or something. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not walking through that. Yeah, I don't know what that was, but it actually stank too. The stove in the other place was cooler. But that's still neat. Okay. I have no clue what that is. Hey, look at that. Interesting. Interesting. Here's the mill. Nope. In 1947, a smaller company reopened the Scheelite Chief and constructed another mill as a federal defense programs once again encouraged domestic tungsten production. That lasted until about 1950s. The federal government ended its tungsten purchasing program in 1957. The last stockpile of tungsten concentrate was shipped from Minerva in 1964. And today, all you see is what you see here. I did try to find the schematics or the plans, the build plans for this mill. I didn't find any. I would like to know what was all here. There's a good stove. Look at all the glass. The stove. Awesome. Oh, got an old car over there. All right, so this was a machine shop. Wow, another big nest. That's a hell of a gap on a piston ring. I bet you these are asbestos. Big generator. I mean, look at this. That's a heater, and they chromed it out. I mean, that is cool. Wow, they got a lot of stuff. You see, there's a lot of buildings around here. Let's go check out the car. Heading over to the car, I came across this pickup truck bed. They had something else there too.